Hotel Business Roundtable, hosted and sponsored by Valley Forge Fabrics.
Hi, I'm Christina Troutwine, VP of Content and Partnerships at Hotel Business, and I'm here on the scene in Fort Lauderdale for our Hotel Business Valley Forge Fabrics Executive Roundtable.
DEI, checking boxes isn't the answer. What is your experience on the best way to successfully invite and involve all people to be a contributing part of DEI initiatives in your organization?
First and foremost, we try to hire thinking of DEI. We announce ourselves as contributors and contributors to our community. So I think first it starts at home by making sure that our contributors are contributing to community, making sure they're being involved with all people. And then the next thing is, as a leader, I'm big on our contributors attending events that involves DEI, making sure that they are, when we're recruiting, that they're looking for others that doesn't look like them, that do look like them, just to make sure we have a very inclusive firm.
So when my partner and I started our organization, our company, Curioso, we really set out to create a diverse company. And when we talked about diversity, it wasn't necessarily in the things that you could see in terms of how people looked, but it was really in experience and in background and in just life, right? Like how people grew up, where they come from. And so we really, like when we started our company, we're a design company, but we had a geneticist join us. We had a classical music person join us. We had architects and designers and business-oriented people, and my background's actually in finance, and it's not necessarily in design. I studied design later on. So what we really wanted to do is create something that helped us to bring in different perspectives, and that is what we share with our company, right? Like, having diversity is a strength. It is actually something that helps us to be better as a company and better as a team. And so our team right now is, I think, 80% minority. In our leadership level, we are 80% minority, 40% women. On a company level, we're 65% women. And so that inherent diversity is actually built in. And so everyone takes it upon themselves to bring the DEI initiatives because they all buy into the fact that we are stronger because we are diverse.
I can't speak for other organizations, but here at Valley Forge, people really do like to get to know each other and spend time together. And that is part of our culture that permeates all of us regardless of which location we're in. So when new people start, we have structured ways to introduce them to their teams and to the teams they're going to cross over with. But more important, I think, is the very natural way that people walk over and welcome the new people to the team. And we really get to know each other. People know that I have children. People know the names of my children. People know what the things I'm passionate about outside of work. And I know everybody's name here. And I know about the things that they care about. And I make sure that as soon as I know that there's somebody new on the team, that I either walk over in person if I'm in the same space, or I even just call them on Teams and say, "Hi, I'm Diana," and let me know how I can help you.
I think one of the things you have to do is set goals. You have to set out a plan, and then you have to work the plan. One project I was on, we had some requirements, 15.3% minority, 6.9% women, 2% veteran. And we did a lot of really cool and interesting things to get those people to the workforce. We did cookouts, we went to churches, we canvassed the community, we put flyers on cars. I think one of the things where diversity sometimes falls down is people don't know the jobs are out there. They don't know the opportunities are out there. And somehow you have to find a way to get that information into their hands and then give them the opportunity to be successful once they get there.
I think it's easy. I think, first of all, you ask the question, do you want to get involved? And then you create an action plan. I think for us, we found that most people are really interested in the space. The question becomes for them is how to get it done.
I recall when I first met the CEO of the company, when they were in the process of acquiring our firm, I asked him a rather pointed question at the time and got a really shocked expression, but I said to him, your company has a reputation as a boys' club. what are you doing about that? And he stammered a bit for a minute or two and said, well, our legal counsel is a woman, and it kind of tried to tell me how many women in leadership there were at the time. But I can pleasantly relate that now we are, our past two CEOs have been women, and the representation of women in our leadership is far more than most global design and architecture firms. So we're pretty proud of that. And our current CEO, Kim Hartwell, has really walked the walk on leading our firm into deliberate, transparent actions around transparency and diversity. And we've gone through the process of JUST certification, which is a scorecard, if you will, about how are we doing, how's the gender balance, how are we doing on hiring minorities, how's the pay equity, and published that to the entire firm along with a fairly lengthy assessment of we've got work to do, but we know what those things are and how we're going to address them. And it's really heartening that I can look across our office and I see about a 50-50 mix of women, both in the architecture and then the interiors team as well. So we've got a good gender equity. We have people from all over the world that work for us. So we can model in real world terms that we're a better firm for the diversity that we've pursued. We know we've got work to do on that, but having the leadership that's willing to put it out there and say, we're not where we want to be, but we're working to get there, I think that makes everyone think about how can I contribute to this. And the other thing I think is important is representation and showing people that not everybody's an old white guy in an architecture firm, but there are women and young people and people from all backgrounds. And that goes to education and being present not just at the collegiate level, but also in high school and elementary schools. And yeah, career day is not the most fun, but you kind of need to get out there and show people that not everybody's a policeman, a fireman, or a teacher, or a nurse, that there are other things that people do that are pretty interesting. And, oh, that's a Black woman doing that, or, oh, not all architects are men. So representation matters, and getting it into the heads of people before their minds are sort of set, like, I can't do that, is important for just inspiring and showing the way for the future generations coming up.